Welcome to the Hands of Time, our 2019 year in review. I'm your boy Paulie the Bull.
Big John Silver.
And right now we want to go over some winners and some losers of the year from our perspective. You know, again, this is all our opinion, our point of view. You want to take this one first, or you taking it first?
You can take it first.
Take it first.
Yeah.
All right. So, couple winners. We'll do the winners first. I have first on my list Jay-Z as a winner. This year he was officially certified a billionaire. Because again, we don't know what's in his pockets directly, so he may have been a billionaire before, may not have been, but congratulations to Jay-Z for being a billionaire. Officially according to Forbes list, due to investments, assets he obtained, art, businesses, all those things. That's a big win. You know what I mean? We all know the story from Marcy Projects. Shout out to his mom, Gloria. We all know the story, we all know the music. Jay been saying it, on the road to a Billy. All the things, the rhymes, the lyrics. This year, 2019, it became official. So he's definitely, a big winner economically. You know what I mean? And he's done a lot of things too, in the world. But that in itself is obviously a win. For anyone that we know, from Brooklyn, from hip hop culture. To become a billionaire, and it was always the race between him, Diddy, Dre, 50 was in there at one point, and Jay actually, did it. I think Diddy's right behind, but Jay got there first, but that doesn't mean nobody else can do it. So shout out to Jay-Z for that. Also, I have Meek Mill. This year he came out this year, or was it last year he came out?
The end of last year.
End of last year, but this year I think they revoked the charges was reversed or whatever. He was cleared of all the charges. He's off probation, so Meek is finally a free man. And he's got some billionaire friends. One being Jay-Z, Robert Kraft, Michael Rubin, the one of the co-owners of the Philadelphia 76ers. So he's in good company. He has some good people fighting for him. It's good to have friends in high places. So the case that he went through, he was on probation for basically the rest of his life. It's all reversed, and now he's using that to fight for prison reform, so others don't have to go through what he went through for something in the probation and the situation. So again, I look at Meek as a winner to have that situation no longer looming over his head. He can now do things. He can now travel freely. It's hard to be an entertainer or just be a person living in general where you got curfews and check-ins and it's just too much. So shout out to Meek for not having to deal with that anymore. That in itself is a win. I also wanted to give a random win to Lil Nas X for shaking up the music industry a little bit. He made Old Town Road, and it was rising up the country charts. And then someone realized he was a little black boy, and they were like, "Hold on, that's not country, that's hip hop." And it caused some controversies, and but it also sparked Billy Ray Cyrus to want to do the remix with him. Which was big for someone coming from country to say, hey, you know what? If I'm on it, does that make it country, or how does it sound now?
Which is crazy.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Like Post Malone, they were like, Post Malone's not rap. That's a country song through and through.
Definitely. So I mean, I look at that as a win for I don't know Lil Nas X personally, but for him to do something again. To me, the song's not great. I'm not a huge fan of the song.
My daughter loves it,
but
it's catchy.
Kids love the song. But to he went a different route. You know what I mean? He didn't do what we're used to. He just made a song that caught. It caught fire. People liked it. People gravitated towards it. It was on the country charts. Then they said, no, it's not country. They moved it to the other charts, and Billy Ray, came in and said, nah, I rock with it. Put me on it, and it's arguably the song of the year. I mean, I don't know if, officially numbers wise, but I mean.
But we're talking about popularity numbers wise.
Yeah,
obviously not our number one song of the year, but it definitely is arguably number one song of the year. Probably is a song of the year.
It probably is a song of the year.
If you had to do a thing of 2019 song of the year, I think
it's Old Town Road and Baby Shark.
baby.
Which I think came out like last year, but still, like, yeah, that's huge. But you know, like I said, shout out to, not your daughter this time. That's you.
No, that's my. That's being there.
But
because my daughter, she influenced it, but I got in it. I'm in the wave.
Got you. But that Lil Nas X win for the year, and now he's still kind of torn off of that. So hopefully he does more from it. Something comes from it. I mean,
the second song was all right. It was
he had like a 4-song, 5-song EP, and it was all right. It was okay. It was nothing I went back to. It wasn't in the top 5. But and it probably more, pardon me for forgetting, but that's all I got for now. John,
I unfortunately don't really have many winners.
Yeah.
I have 2. I got Meek. I think what Meek is doing to take this opportunity, so a lot of people get out, they get a chance, and they go back to doing the same dumb shit. I actually like the fact that that Meek's actually trying to do something better with his life, educate people, do reform. I appreciate it. See me come from. I'm a Meek fan, so it works. It works to see him doing better and being smart enough with the chance he got.
Yeah.
Because I do agree that there is a lot of issues in America when it comes to the criminal justice system and its way it looks on a certain class of people. So to see Meek take a step out there and actually do something, not just talk shit about it,
right,
and actually try to do something,
right,
I'm impressed. And then my other winner, I got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So one, I mean, I've been a fan of his forever, since wrestling days, fucking Rocky Maivia. But every year, I mean, he's just doing his thing. His face is everywhere. You can't go nowhere without seeing his face. He gets involved in a lot of things. But one, I love people who do charity work, like real charity, not the bullshit tax write-off later on. I'm talking like actually give your time and not just a check, because a check, don't wrong, almost all people are probably doing tax write-offs, but the actual spending your time doesn't always happen. And The Rock's one of the people, he's always volunteering, always helping somewhere, always doing something besides creating his own foundations for people, and it's a great thing to see. And then on top of that, he does no wrong, because even his movies that are bad are still entertaining. So I like Jumanji was entertaining. I'm gonna watch the new one.
The first one, the first one was I didn't see the new one yet.
I'm gonna watch the second one. The first one I liked.
The skyscraper one wasn't good though.
That
that one was good.
That was so bad.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
But he does no wrong. I still watch it because it's a Rock movie.
But he's a franchise stealer.
Yeah.
He's definitely a franchise stealer. I agree with you. I just think he kind of opposes his will a lot of times. We thought Tyrese was bugging when he was crying about it, but then we find out behind the scenes him and Vin Diesel had some beef. Him and what I'm saying. So I'm not kind of hate on The Rock.
You think it's a big man complex? You think it's like because he knows he could actually physically kill him that he does that kind of shit?
Maybe because he definitely opposes will. He takes over franchises. He's done it with G.I. Joe. He did it with Fast and Furious.
G.I. Joe, I'm surprised.
He's trying to do it for Shazam. He's trying to steal Shazam. He's like, Black Adam's a hero now because I said so.
Like, I'm the hero.
You know what I mean? So
I'm the captain now.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's trends. I'm not saying he's a bad man. I don't know, but from what I can see from what he does, he steals franchises. So,
but I love The Rock. The only downside to The Rock, what I will say, is from the fans' point, like the wrestling fans at least. Motherfucker, he's on juice. Like, can you stop with the he's not that much bigger? Like, if you watch The Rundown, one of my favorite Rock movies, very underrated. If you watch The Rundown, him in a suit, and you watch fucking what's it? Fast and Furious 6 or 7 that he just sweats through the whole movie.
Yeah, I forgot.
Those are not the same person.
Right.
He's juicing up. All right. Just besides that though, he's a winner in my book. I mean, when you're a huge star and you remember your place and you give back to the community and do what you want, like that I love. I remember even like back in the day. He wanted to do. He did when his book came out. When he was still Rock the Wrestler. Book came out. He wanted to do a book signing. He did it like Bali So Fit. He did it at fitness places, but he did them in the ghettos on purpose. He did it. I know he did it in Brooklyn. He did it a few areas that were only in the hood. Like he didn't go. He didn't want to do it anywhere like Park Avenue, which I always appreciate about him. I didn't really understand it because it's like The Rock's not bulletproof and that's the hood, but it's whatever. But anyway, he's always done charity work.
He's loved, so I love he feels safe because he's loved by.
But when you do charity work and you're a big star, especially as big as The Rock is, The Rock, if I'm not mistaken, he's the highest paid male actor. Or he, whatever, like for Forbes list now
for the year,
not for one movie, just for the collection. I mean, to be fair, he did do like 3 or 4 films,
right?
But plus, he's still getting them checks from Moana.
Oh yeah, because he did sing on the songs, so he get the royalties off of that.
But The Rock.
One more winner before we go. I just want to give a shout out to I want to shout out some people that we know personally. Homie Andre.
I told you I'll be on a McDonald's line. There's a dude out there asking for $1. I'm like, yo, order what you want, bro. and I pay for it. I'll be at Dunkin' Donuts, like, yo, can I get $1? You'll walk in with me. That does more for me than any therapist could do for me. You understand?
Without a video.
No, I don't need to do it. You don't need it, bro. It's for me. Yeah. So after that suicide walk, you know, we decided to create that K-Love thing. Getting that feeling from that day when that girl, I didn't even know her, and donating all that to her, and she hugged me, bro. You can't even explain it, dude.
Replicate
so
that.
now moving forward and doing something with this, bro, that feeling's gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, this is gonna be dope, man. So it's gonna be, like I said, K-Love's first annual toy drive / coat drive pop-up event, and
It's gonna be real, man.
that's where it starts, bro.
I'm telling you, you get involved in it, you get people involved in it. You explain that feeling to them, like, yo, trust me, dude, after you do something like this, it changes your day after that, the next day, your next week, your next month, next year. You know, it changes your whole perspective on things, dude. So, and that's the goal anyway, to change people's views on, you know, life, bro.
Definitely.
You gotta change people's views on life.
Definitely. Growth is big, man.
And he's been doing some big things for 2019 as well. So I want to give him some recognition for the year. He had some life changing moments in his life, and he's giving back. He's doing some things. He has was it the K Dot Foundation, K-Love Foundation. And I want to definitely give some recognition to him. He's a winner in my eyes.
I see he got like a plaque from Target or something like that. Like,
Something, yeah.
Recognized, like, that's, but like I said, when you do charity work, like,
Yeah.
like I do my own little thing when it comes to charity thing, but I don't talk about it because it's like not, like, you know, thing. But it's not like that. He does, like, he's doing like some
Yeah.
real charity shit, like nice, like
Yeah.
it's always to see someone just step up out of nowhere and, like,
Right.
you know, use their own reasons, like, it's phenomenal. So definitely big shout out to him. That, you
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
that's true. We spend so much time on celebrities. I didn't think about that. I'm glad.
Yeah. Local people matter too, and the homie Imran. You know, he had his own company, 53 Merch. He has some big deals going on there. I won't go into full details on that. Put your business out there, homie. But I see you. I want to recognize you as well.
Definitely. See, do your thing.
Some things coming, and I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? So you're a winner in my eyes.
Definitely, man. Watch it. I mean, I told you this before about him. I was like, yo, I've always he's like the kid hustle. He works his ass off. Like I remember from the Best Buy days, he was fucking doing this and doing this and doing like he works. And a fucking nowadays a worker is rare. Like he's a fucking. I always say he's a fucking hard worker. So definitely shout out to see the fruits of his labor pay off, bro. It's inspiring. So great job, man. It's just all love.
So shout out to y'all, big winners in 2019, and we gonna do business in 2020. We'll see y'all do some more, because I know y'all on the right path. So, you know, just make it happen. But now on to the losers. So who you got on your loser list for 2019?
So I'm gonna pick this one first, not because he's the biggest loser, because I'm confused on whether he's a winner or a loser.
Yeah.
I think Kanye West.
We're in the same. Yeah.
Mr. Kanye West. So I had full intention of just made him full on loser. One, because of the whole Yandhi fiasco with the album coming out, not coming out, then pushing into this year, thinking about when the album's gonna come out, then not coming out, then whatever. Then when whatever the album comes out, whether it's Yandhi and he just named it differently to push some music out, or it's a whole new album, whatever this new album, Jesus God is King, Jesus is King, whatever
Jesus
new album, it's a terrible album. It's Kanye's worst album, even worse than Yeezus in my opinion.
I probably second worst. I still got Yeezus worse than this. No, because I still could probably listen to more on this.
Really?
Yeah.
I got 2 songs on this.
I got maybe 4, maybe 5.
I got 2 songs.
Yeah.
You my Chick-fil-A. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's not one of them. That's not one.
But
of
does that
them.
mean she's closed on Sunday?
I think it doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm saying. It's not endearment to say closed on Sunday, you're my Chick-fil-A. It doesn't make any sense. Women, if you appreciate
that's the lyric? Maybe that makes sense to me.
Closed on Sunday, you're my Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, since he can't get it on Sunday, she's the equivalent to a Chick-fil-A, which still is not a good reference, but I get where he's going. It's bad. It's still bad.
I don't. Why is she closed on Sunday?
Well, I don't think she's closed on Sunday. He's saying Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday, so you're my Chick-fil-A since I can't have it on Sunday. You're just as good as my Chick-fil-A.
Maybe that's what it is.
I think that's what he's saying, which it's still a bad line, though.
So since they're closed on Sunday, you're my Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So only on Sunday. It's
so
still not good.
The other 6 days you prefer the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it's still
either
not,
way.
it's still not. Ladies, do you want to hear that? Like, is that...
Nowadays, girls might want to be compared to a chicken sandwich, though. It's weird how these girls are.
But not Popeye's chicken sandwich?
Not Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Should Popeyes be a winner or a loser this year?
Oh, Popeyes is definitely a loser. I don't know. I didn't have the sandwich.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't had it yet either.
So,
but back to Kanye.
This beautiful physique's been bread free for a long time. So
all right, whatever. But back to Kanye, because we got a little sidetracked. But
yeah, but so the album was terrible. I was so disappointed. To me, it's the worst one. Because I can play half of Yeezus album. There's 2 songs for me on this one. So the album was that bad. But then all the shit in the news and the back and forth shit, the madness. But then The reason why I'm not
continued
sure.
from last year, because last year we had him on our loser list too. So.
The reason why I'm teetering towards winner is that if he's truly being real, not playing the people, not looking for sympathy card, but he's truly going to God, which although I'm not a huge religious person myself, I respect that, and he's leading people to God, then by all means, then he's a winner. If that's what he's doing it for. It is not a stunt, it's not a publicity stunt, not to make money, but he's truly doing it for the sake of his faith in God. Whether I believe it, what he believes or not, I still respect that. However, him teaming up with I forgot to do his name, but I think Joel Osteen. Well, he's teaming with one of the guys.
He did to
do a huge thing, whatever, and then he does his Sunday service thing, which is if he's doing it to fool the people, he's a bigger piece of shit than I thought.
Yes.
And then on top of that, I'm not saying he's starting his own cult, but he just bought another huge ass ranch that he owns.
Well, he's been buying a lot of land, and he's not building anything there. Which also reminds me, Tyler Perry is a winner as well. Tyler Perry opened up his bigger studio, which is bigger than like a couple movie studios combined. The thing with owning land or real estate in general is making money off of it. So Tyler Perry has his ranch, his studio, and he's using it. It's generating revenue. Kanye owns a bunch of land, and it's empty land.
Well, that's how Waco, Texas starts.
That's right. But that's what I'm saying. Because a lot of people are praising it because he's owned so much land in was it Idaho or Oklahoma? Where's he at?
One of the white places.
But there's nothing on it. So yeah, if he's doing a cult, again, we don't know what his plan is, and that's what we're waiting for. I think last year I had him as a winner and loser last year too. He's still teetering. You know what I'm saying? Because.
Just go back to the music, bro. Your clothes are horrible. Your sneakers are horrible. You have horrible choices when it comes to fashion.
And that's how he wins because the sneakers are still selling.
Then not like they were before, thank God.
Right.
Right now, if you want a pair of Yeezys that are recent, maybe you're paying $20, $30 above market. It's no longer a $200 pair of Yeezys for $1,000, which I'm happy about because they're fucking hideous anyway.
Yes, I haven't seen one that I like.
So I'm a sneakerhead. As a sneakerhead, design-wise, being intricate and unique, the Nike Yeezys were that. Everything on Adidas has been done before. He just tweaked little things. Nothing special about any of the Adidas stuff that he's done. And they're all hideous, in my opinion. And you guys look like retards, and you're the fucking dad shoes. What gets me mad is that most of the new Yeezys look like older Skechers and older Felines from back in the day, and y'all would be dying if y'all wore those now, but yet you're wearing the same one. Yeah, and Payless fucking sneakers. His last shit looked like the Akeem Olajuwon ones from Payless. But everyone's like, oh no, these are Yeezys, so they're popular. Like, I don't mind a fad when you admit that it's because of a fad you like it. If you're like, yo, these are the new Kanye, so I like them, I want them, I like Kanye, I respect that. There's nothing wrong with that. Right. Like Iverson sneakers, some of his shits are hideous. I own them because I love Iverson. I'm a big Allen Iverson fan. Some of his sneakers are ugly as fuck. Like, I have no problem admitting it. It's because he's Iverson and I bought them. But with there's no way you're gonna tell me you actually visually like it. Right. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
I agree.
Anyway.
But yeah, again, like I said, last year he was winner loser. This year, same thing. We don't know what his game plan is, but I think he's winning because he keeps doing what he want to do.
I don't get how he bought with land though, because last time I remember him and Kim were arguing about him being broke.
But apparently he made money off of just the sneakers. I'm saying the sneakers apparently hit a lick and he came up.
So my next loser, I feel like it stemmed from last year, so it's hard. But I feel like obviously the whole Weinstein scenario and everything is still. It's still a bunch of fucking losers. The fucking Vatican and everything they're passing fucking hiding shit, a bunch of losers. Like there's a bunch of losers going on right now in general. But to me, the biggest loser of this year is the New York State justice system. So besides there are tons and tons of fuck ups, and it's hard because I am currently an employee and
can we hear this?
Hopefully I don't know if we could, but their New York State decision to change the laws overall and let a lot of people go just to make the numbers look good and to help out with the thing is ridiculous. Like, I understand. So I'm all for the change of the drug possession ones, things like like weed possessions and that. Like I'm all for that because that wasn't harming nobody. Like I don't care if you got caught with 10,000 bricks of marijuana. That doesn't bother me. Okay. I save room for the real criminals like the Harvey Weinsteins and them. Like I'm fine with that. But the stuff that you're letting go, anyone when you get a chance, if you're a New York resident, I know we have fans all over, which I appreciate. I know Paul appreciates. Where music dance being watched all over. But if you're a New York resident, just look up some of the new laws that have been passed and the stuff that no longer is. A lot of stuff that were major crimes before are still major crimes, but when you first get arrested, will be considered just appearance ticket. Like you have to go show up. You leave, no overnight
No
jail,
bail,
no nothing.
and you can just be released.
That's fucking insane.
And what is it? They're offering Mets tickets and some other things for you to return back to court for. It's a list of things that are new and
It's ridiculous.
yeah, they make no sense.
One of the
whatsoever.
things that
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
just it's ridiculous. Let me see. I had one. I have a mixed win loss real quick.
Okay.
For the career and everything she's been doing for this year, big shout out and win to Lizzo. But your most recent stunt, big loss. It's a family event. It's a kids game. Put your cheeks away. and I swear, you know me. As much as I would love to see him, I would still say the same thing about Rihanna. It's a family event. I love Rihanna to death. Please marry me, Rihanna. But if I'm at the game with my daughter, I don't want Ariel to see your cheeks, Rihanna.
Yeah.
That doesn't change for Lizzo. It's just bigger cheeks. But there's a time and place. That was not the time or place.
And
Come on, Lizzo.
I think the jokes were warranted. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, you joking on her? That's disrespectful." You put yourself out there. You looking at Rikishi. Rikishi was trending on Twitter. That's how I found out about her at the game. The jokes are funny. If you gonna put yourself out there, you gotta be able to take the jokes too. That's just how that works. One of my losers who was like a last minute, because I was with you on the Kanye one, and we talked about this a little bit, but you want to go over that first before we go into it?
So I'm gonna give you
edit this in.
a little piece of it. This is from a New York State District Attorney. I'm not gonna go into it as heavy, but I'm furious about it overall. But just to give you a little piece of this, like this, is something that District Attorney Association of New York State. 16 hours. Let's see. It will soon be reality across the entire state come January 1st, 2020. If you are raped in this county, violently raped by a stranger in 15 days, I'm the DA. I will have to turn over your name and that person who raped you and your adequate contact information for that person to get in touch with you.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
So if you, because I wish on no one, that to me that's besides touching a child, that's the worst thing you could possibly do as a human to anybody. I'm not gonna use the name, but it's scenario: person A rapes person B. This is a real thing, by the way. Rapes person B. That because you're gonna press charges on person B for raping you. Now when you go to the attorney, you have to give up your contact information, your phone number, your address. So the rapist who raped you obviously doesn't care about boundaries. Now knows where you live and your contact information, and you're required by law to do it if you're going to continue to press charges.
I don't see why we need to have a conversation. Like, why are you giving them my information to converse? Like, I don't get.
If you don't do it, the judge is allowed to order you to do so.
Yeah.
And if called, your mother is also your closest relatives also the information. So now, raper A can now rape client B and client B's moms or family who they pass it on to.
Yeah. Because
you decided to press charges on your rape. I don't know what's going on. In my opinion, New York is a liberal state, but it looks like they're pushing towards the purge. That's what it looks like. Like I with all the things going on and what they're letting go crime-wise, it looks like they're pushing to the purge. New York State to me takes the big L for 2019.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that because that's ridiculous.
Insane.
Like to give that information to say you have to talk. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, what? Hey, I want to come talk to you about me raping you. I apologize. Can I do it again? Like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah, and again, I have it here. Any witness to the crime that you use as a witness. So let's say it happens at a party and A does it in front of C to B. Well, now C has to give up her or his information as well of where they live and everything like that. So the rapist could now go attack them as well. It's fucking insane.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It makes no sense. I don't see the logic in that at all. I don't see how that was passed. I don't see how that was agreed upon. Yeah, I don't get it.
Ridiculous. On a lighter note, my last loser of the year, Disney for making Lion King remake. Woo!
He hates the Lion King. That's why.
I don't hate the Lion King.
I agree with you on Kanye. I agree with you on New York State. And my last minute entry was Eminem and Nick too. I'm not even going to front. Nick Cannon to me is a loser too for even going back them But yeah, Eminem had maybe 2-3 verses this year, 2019. He wasted one of his better ones to me, a soul sample, Mary J. Blige singing on it, and he wasted the first about 6 to 8 bars talking about Nick Cannon and Mariah. I'm like, let it go.
So
let it go.
As an M fan, thought it was warranted because I was like, well, Nick Cannon had mentioned earlier this year because they were saying about Mariah Carey. I was like, of a thing. So Nick mentioned earlier that he would have beat up M or whatever. Like I said, a rap about it.
Well, I think he said he wanted to fight him or
something like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's warranted. That he went after Mariah thing again, whatever. And then I didn't know this at all. I found out recently, meaning a couple hours ago, that Nick Cannon and Mariah aren't even together anymore.
No, they're not.
So I don't follow. Like I love rap.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about your personal life.
Yeah.
Like overall, I'm not gonna find out who you're married to, who your spouse is. I don't care about that kind of shit. So I didn't know that. So yeah, it makes no sense why M she wasted his fucking time. And I agree, wasted on a fucking good fucking beat.
Right. It was the highlight. To me, it was the highlight of the album. You got that soul sample. Again, Mary J. Blige on it.
I was just surprised to see Fat Joe and Eminem on that fucking song.
And again, a beef that they had. They I don't think they really had beef though. It was they, but they
it was more 50 and Fat.
Yeah,
and then
but them together, cool. M's verse goes last, and he starts talking about Mariah again, and just like we're going back to that. And like you said, a lot of people are saying, well, Nick was in interviews talking about it. Like, okay, Nick does a lot of things. Nick is a talk show host, radio show host, game show host.
He's the Black Ryan Seacrest.
He's everywhere. So he's going to talk. And to me, the Eminem situation is a highlight of Nick's career. Not so much for M. So M still talking about it to me just
makes it look salty.
And once he gets once he gets past that, the verse is one of his better ones to me. And then from that, now we got Nick replying with some of his Wild 'N Out cast members. Shout out to Charlie Clips, Hitman Holla, and Conceited. They're not even putting their best effort into it, if you ask me. So it's all losers to me, and I think we're all losing in the event because people keep hitting me up because obviously they know I have a podcast, Words Meets Dance, and its YouTube channel, 2021 Vision. And people are like, you don't talk about it? I'm like, no, I don't really want to talk about it because there's no bars to even look at to really mention.
The tweets, though, the memes were all right. Well, the tweets were pretty funny like that.
Not even. What, M's tweets? He was like, Nicholas, whatever he said.
I like the Nick one where he's like, who listens to Eminem's music or whatever. Or I think Shook Knight said that, whatever.
And he had Suge on the song, and it's like, how much them collect calls? Like, you wasted shit. Like, it's just, to me, it's just silly. And I feel like Nick just wants M to go on Wild 'N Out, and I think M should just go on Wild 'N Out. If it's still personal, can get physical, then it'll never happen.
I fucking hate Wild 'N Out, by the way.
I don't watch as much as I used to.
I like the girls, the Wild 'N Out girls.
Yeah, I don't watch as much, but again, I think if M did it, it will be the highest rated episode by far. It'll be great for MTV. It'll be great for so obviously M has nothing to win in it. But he also has nothing to win by mentioning Nick and Mariah in the first place.
Back into the culture a little bit. He needs a love. He's been far out.
Well, yeah, I think because he hasn't done anything major, so yeah, I think him doing it would probably be great. But as of right now, like I said, rapping to Nick Cannon, that's like punching the little slow kid that can't fight back.
Hey, they hit hard.
But Nick is not gonna give you anything worthwhile. So again, I think we're all losing in this situation. Just stop. It would be one thing if Nick got some writers and then he came back with something crazy, I'd be like, okay, now we got a battle. But I'm like, I don't.
You know what bugged me too is that I'm assuming that was a song they already had made ready, and then not the diss part, I'm talking about the actual song because that's a song. That hook doesn't fit a beef thing. That's a song. That's a hook.
You talking about Nick's song?
Yeah, the first one he released.
Oh yeah, because Hitmaker, who was once Young Berg, I guess he could be a winner too this year because he revamped himself and he's got a bunch of hits on the radio.
Young Berg, the kid with the Transformer chain.
Yeah. He's now Hitmaker, and he made.
The person named Hitmaker?
Yeah, he's a producer. He got a lot of songs you probably know, and you're like, oh, you made that? Oh, you made that? He made a lot of songs, a lot of Ty Dolla $ign songs, Jeremiah songs.
Really?
Then any song you hear him on, he probably produced it. Like half of Fab's album is when you hear Hitmaker. When you hear Hitmaker in the beginning of the song.
Young Berg.
Yeah, Young Berg. That's what I'm saying. So a winner to him.
Good job rebranding yourself, Young Berg.
Yeah, exactly. So he could also be looked at as a winner. But that's a loss for making that song. But listen, that was winners and losers for the year 2019. Let us know who you got on your list for either or, and how you feel about Kanye. Because for the last 2 years, we've been talking about him more than anybody. So comment below. Let us know what y'all think. We out here.